Tonight, we're hearing from the family of the woman killed at a Hilliard apartment complex, how she's being remembered.
We can expect the cloudy and cool weather to continue for the remainder of our weekend, but more active weather on the way for New Year's Eve and New Year's Day.
Excitement is mounting for tomorrow's big game between the Seahawks and 49ers, especially since this guy is back. The news at 5 starts now.
He took an innocent, beautiful angel's life and left a child without a mother.
Tonight, we're learning more about the Hilliard woman who was killed the day after Christmas by her boyfriend. Virginia Kelly says her daughter, Aliana Johnson, leaves behind a 1-year-old child, and her death has completely shocked the family. Good evening, everyone. I'm Tim Pham. KREM 2's Brandon Jones sat down with Johnson's mother earlier today to find out how they're coping with the loss of their loved one.
The pain from this tragic incident has weighed heavy on the family members of a mother who was shot and killed by the father of her child. Just days after Christmas, they've been forced to mourn in a season that's normally filled with joy.
She was everything to me. And it's hard to believe she's gone because of some guy that couldn't let her go.
Virginia tells me she knew something was wrong from the moment she woke up the morning of December 26. She lives in Colville, and it wasn't until police showed up at her door that night when she found out about the heartbreaking news that her daughter was killed.
And how he could do this to us, to my grandson.
She says her daughter was in and out of a relationship with Joshua Forrester over the last few years, but was searching for a way to end things with him permanently. There were even times when she would spend days at her mother's home to get away from the abusive environment.
And when I told her the news, my mom freaked out.
The family is trying to stay strong throughout this situation. They're scrapbooking pictures of Aliana so they can share memories with her son and spending time with each other in hopes of lifting their spirits up.
Aliana was, she was my baby girl.
From Colville, Brandon Jones, KREM 2 News.
Brandon, thank you. Well, the family has set up a GoFundMe account to help pay for memorial services. If you would like to help, you can find that link on KREM.com. All right, switching gears now. Plenty of cold and gray weather today. Michelle, is it looking any better tomorrow?
No, we're pretty much looking at more of the same tomorrow. We've had cloudy skies, no fresh snow today, but temperatures have just been hovering in the upper 20s. We haven't really warmed up at all this afternoon since we haven't seen much sun. Not expecting to cool down at much tonight as well. So kind of boring out there. Taking a look at satellite and radar, you can see the clouds pretty much covering the entire inland northwest. Starting to see some radar returns from Omak down through Wenatchee and Yakima. Looks like they should be getting a little bit of snow, but I've been checking the latest observations. They aren't reporting any, so I think the radar beams just kind of hitting the low clouds out there. We could see a few flurries overnight and tomorrow, but that should be about it. 29 degrees in Spokane, 28 in Coeur d'Alene, upper 20s in Deer Park. It did manage to get above freezing in Moses Lake, but pretty cold everywhere else. Upper 30s in Lewiston, so a little bit warmer there. But just kind of interesting to look at the temperatures of the last 20 hours, going back almost a full day, and you can see temperatures have pretty much hovered right between 27 and 29 degrees. I think we did bottom down at 26 degrees this morning. But tomorrow should see more cloudy skies, maybe a few flurries, high temperatures just getting above freezing. Looks like a little bit of sunshine on the way for Monday, and then the weather's starting to turn messy as we get towards New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. Looks like a combination of some rain and snow on the way.
Michelle, thank you. Well, Seahawks fans are gearing up for tomorrow's big game at CenturyLink Field, and we want to see your 12-fees. Be sure to tag KREM 2. We keep getting so many pictures of people celebrating the return of Beast Mode. Fans cannot wait to see him on the field, and they're hoping he'll take the team to the next level. Ted Land joins us with more on Marshawn's comeback.
Seattle is elated to have Marshawn Lynch back on the turf here at CenturyLink Field. It's like settling into an old familiar routine, and Lynch himself seems pretty excited to be back. But physically, is he ready?
Hawks fans have one name on their minds heading into this weekend: Marshawn Lynch.
I think he's lucky to have this opportunity. He must be chomping at the bit to get in there.
But there's a nagging question on some fans' minds.
Do you think Marshawn physically is ready for Sunday?
We'll find out. We're hopeful, though, right?
I doubt that he has that speed.
He's been healthy all this time, so he has not dinged up. If he hits the hole hard, he can do some damage.
He's not going to be ready for those first few hits.
Coach Pete Carroll says Lynch has been working hard, and NFL.com reports Lynch trained in 16 intense sessions over 8 days with a trainer in San Francisco. Lionel Balland is a trainer and owner of Academy Athletics in Belltown.
It would be smart for the team to kind of ease them in. You know, it's very common for people to get back in there the first time and get hurt their very first game. So I think the fans do need to realize that it's going to take some time.
Balland says it's possible for a player to get up to speed quickly under certain conditions.
So you're hoping this is something he's been working on
I
for
hope
several
so.
weeks at least.
I hope so. You know, yeah. I mean, most athletic people stay in shape, and that's the thing. As long as he's been living a healthy lifestyle and kind of staying athletic, like most people do, just running a little bit, working out, doing some sprints here and there, he'll be able to acclimate to it a lot better than if he's just coming off the couch.
One Hawks fan I spoke with says when your team calls, you step up, and she thinks he will. At CenturyLink Field, Ted Land, King 5 News.
Thanks so much, Ted. Well, come 2020, Washington workers could be getting a raise as the state minimum wage rises again. The new minimum wage varies for a couple of different groups. So here it is. Employers with 501 or more employees will now have to pay a minimum of $16.39 an hour, while employers with 500 or fewer employees will have to raise the minimum wage to $25.75. However, there's more to it. If smaller employers pay at least $2.25 per hour towards the employee's medical benefits, or the employee earns that much in tips. Well, after a lot of controversy, state regulators have formalized rules over the packaging requirements for pot-infused edibles. The new rules relax standards set by an emergency ban last year. The State Liquor and Cannabis Board approved a ban on products that featured a name or design similar to what you'd see in a candy or toy shop. Those rules still apply, but new regulations allow pot businesses to sell candy in slightly thinner packaging. They also create new labeling standards that give companies more room to promote the effects of their products. Businesses have until July 1st to comply. Well, still ahead, claims circulating online are saying that Canadian broadcasting station cut out President Trump's cameo in Home Alone 2 for political reasons. So when we come back, we'll verify if that's true or false.